Yo, what's up, everyone? This is this what it is, and I'm your host, Gunvid. Okay, look, man. I deleted the last episode because I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like I was doing too much. Pause. I feel like fucking, you know. I'm like saying, oh yeah, I'm not gonna judge you too much, but I'm like fucking judging everyone, and at the end of the day. You know, I feel like this needs to be said in the world, and I feel like there's not enough people saying this. As far as everything about the Diddy parties and whatever went on over there, what we gotta understand is we don't know the full story. So we gotta chill when it comes to calling out people that might have been there. Because honestly, I was making jokes like, oh, yeah, everyone said they left early. But maybe some people did leave early, you know? And also, the thing that I really want to talk about is when it comes to these satanic cults and things like that, devil worshippers, some of these people may have been forced into it, male or female. So it's easy to look at it from the outside and see people in photos together at a party and know that some evil things happened at that party. But not everyone was there by choice. Some people may have been forced into it. Some people, especially women, may be desperate for money and they got to pay their rent and fucking eat and feed their family. So some people may have been a part of these things out of desperation for money. But what I'm going to say is I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know personally people that went to these parties. So I can't fucking talk about this shit too much, you know? And so when I'm over here judging all these people, like, and I'm not gonna mention names, they know who they are, like people who got certain sports shows and this and that. You know, I'm not even gonna watch their sports show anymore. You can watch it, it has a similar name to this. But you know, whatever. I'm not gonna judge you anymore because I don't know your story. I don't know what you did. That's between you and God. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave this whole thing at that. Part of the reason why I'm talking about this whole situation is because it's on social media and I'm on social media to promote my business. I make music and art and I do other things as well, fashion. So I'm on social media to promote my brands and art. And so that's why I'm seeing all these things. But you know what? I'm gonna take a social media detox. I'm gonna fucking just stay away from all this shit and just move on with my life. I have a lot of things going on in my life that I'm working on as far as business. So I'm gonna focus more on my own life and just moving forward and trying to encourage more peace and good things in the world. And I have a lot of plans, legitimate plans that could really help change the world. So it's like, why am I not doing that? Why am I just making fun of these people? Why am I just making diss tracks? I shouldn't. But you know what? I'm not gonna guarantee that I'm gonna stop making diss tracks. But what I'm gonna do is try to make them in a more positive way and a way that's more giving people direction in life as far as how they should live and how to live positively and how to repent to God or whatever. Just how to do the right thing in life. And you know, like my plan for the world, not just New York City, but my plan is to start off in Manhattan. I want to build buildings that, okay, so these buildings, okay, they're going to be to help the world. These buildings, they're going to be, okay, so they're going to be buildings, right? And they're going to have like windows lit up that at the top of them resemble an apple. So in these buildings, okay, we're going to have free food for everyone, not just homeless people. Say you're outside and you forget your wallet at home and now you want to eat. Now you don't want to be over here asking people for money because, like, say you're on your lunch break and now you know, and you don't got money on you, whatever it is, say you got millions in the bank, but you left your card at home, whatever it is, you could go to this building, you get free food, and we'll help source the food from restaurants who, at the end of the day, these restaurants, they throw away a lot of good food, which is still good to eat for the next day, but technically they have to throw it away because by law they're not allowed to give out food to people just because they might get sick, whatever it is. And instead of all these restaurants throwing out all these foods, we can store them in these buildings and have food for everyone. Mostly homeless people and people who are unfortunately don't have money. But also college students, they don't have money. Even anyone, like I said, you might have left your card at home. Okay, so these places, these buildings, they're gonna have food and have a cafeteria with free food for everyone. Okay? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there's gonna be a homeless shelter in these buildings with rooms that are secured and have cameras in the hallways, and hopefully the security guards do the right thing. Security on every floor. Just a system, and we can work on this together, me and the people of New York City and all over the world. Safe shelters for people who need a home, okay? There's also going to be other programs like free college in these buildings for everyone, right? You can get your bachelor's, you can get your associates, you can get your master's, everything free, provided by the government and taxpayers, okay? If we all work together in the world and send money to each other all over the world, we can make this happen. Boom. So now you have a shelter, you have food and water, healthy, natural food and water. Now you got a college, okay? And that's the purpose of these buildings. I want to have these buildings, would have at least one building for every 25 block radius. So it is within walking distance for people. And like I said, I want to build this all over the world. So within 25 miles, there's going to be one of these buildings or even two of these buildings. And hopefully there's enough room to accommodate enough people. So I'm thinking like maybe a 10-story building, or maybe even more, maybe even a big building. But like, okay, 10-story building, maybe even more. Okay, say 20-story buildings, okay? So it's like maybe 40 or 50-story buildings will be too much money. Okay, a 20-story building, right? With all these things. Okay, whatever. I think 20 might not be enough. This is something we can work on. All right, a 30-story building with all these facilities, and also a hospital in these buildings because some of these people may need medical attention. All right. So at least like a four floors is going to be dedicated to the hospital. Okay. And this is something we can all work on. And as far as logistics and making sure it's cost effective, I mean, like making sure it's possible when it comes to money and other logistics, we can make this happen. And I think I'm going to need to work with some people who are more educated in these fields, because I never went to college. I graduated from high school, but maybe I need to talk to architects and what is it called? Engineers and people in the government, and we can make this happen. So yeah, I was gonna do some sports predictions, but I'm gonna leave that for next episode. This is episode 19, so this is a very special episode. I'm from 19th Street, and I love Astoria, where I'm from. I love the world. I wish positive energy for the whole world, no matter who you are. I wish we all, no matter what sins we've committed, I hope we all can make peace in the world. I hope we can all become better people. Because when you're doing things like what I was doing, when you're judging people, it's like, whoa, now what fucking incentive are you giving them to do good for the world? Because, like, I'm Muslim, that's my religion, right? So if I'm just talking shit about people, what is going to make them want to join me? They're not going to want to join me and my cause or my religion or my good causes that I spoke about and helping feed homeless people and this and that. You know, if I'm just an asshole to them, they have no reason to fucking be good in any way. They're gonna be like, alright, well, the people that claim they're good in the world, all they do is talk shit about me and don't give me a chance to be cool with them. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? And that's happened to me before. In the masjid, people have been like, not inside the masjid, but people from there have talked shit about me. And it led to me to stop going to that particular masjid. I only started going there, like, again, like a week ago. Because I'm like, alright, I put that to the side. I'm like, alright, I'm going to just go pray and just mind my business. But whatever. So I apologize to anyone who I made diss tracks about or disrespected or judged. You know what? I don't know what happened in your life that led you to do that. Do whatever you did. And you don't know what happened in my life to lead me to do whatever sins that I've done. So, you know, I'm showing that I'm maturing and I'm moving on to a better new chapter in my life. And hopefully y'all can join me. If you don't want to, I don't care, you know, because I'm a really fucking shitty person sometimes to people, and I understand that. But I'm working to be greater, and I'm working to be more of a good person, and hopefully we can all work together to make world peace, no wars, no crimes, just good vibes, helping each other out, all countries together. And that's my hope for the world. That's what I'm working towards. Hopefully we can work together. And yeah, all the best to the world. That's the vibe that I'm on today. Hopefully that's the vibe I'm going to continue to be on. And I got to hold myself accountable. And we all got to hold ourselves accountable. Because ultimately, we have free will. And we have to be strong when we are tested in life by God. And when the devil tries to mislead us, we must be strong. And like I said, we must hold ourselves accountable. And that's what it is. So if you appreciated this episode, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid.